So we've just had the Take-Two Interactive's earnings call, and you probably want a quick summary of what was talked about and what was not talked about. So in this very short video, we're going to go through all the key points from the Take-Two Interactive's earnings call. And good news, there isn't much, and bad news, that there isn't much. So let's start off with the basics. Is GTA 6 delayed? Well, they've said at the moment GTA 6 is still on track for a fall 2025 release. However, like I said in my live stream, and thank you to you 2000 legends that were watching that at one point, the game can still get delayed. With every other release from Rockstar Games, they've announced their delays usually between 6 to 9 months before the game's due to come out. Maybe a bit longer, but for the most part, the point when they'll officially have to announce a delay is before the earnings call in May of next year, because that's when they give their predictions for the next fiscal year. The next thing in the earnings call, there was a lot of talk about Zynga and many of the games that Zynga release. Now, a lot of people may be confused why Take-Two Interactive are so focused on Zynga and why the investors that call in at the end of the show are so focused on Zynga. That's because in this earnings call, Take-Two Interactive announced that Rockstar Games only makes up 17% of their turnover. Now, I'm sure that will increase when GTA 6 comes out, but at the moment, Rockstar Games is a minority of the overall picture for Take-Two Interactive. There's a lot of talk about NBA 2K, Zynga's mobile games, and loads of other things within that umbrella, because at the moment, they are more important to Take-Two Interactive. The next key bit of information they announced was that they're not expecting any significant revenue growth from Rockstar Games within the next quarter. Now, the next quarter is a quarter of a year. 3 months. So between now and the end of January, they're not expecting any significant revenue from Rockstar Games. Now, this could mean one of two things. This means that we do get a trailer 2 in December, for example, but we don't get pre-orders. Or this could mean that we do get pre-orders and we do get trailer 2, but they don't count the revenue from that until the end of the fiscal year or when the game comes out. It's really hard to button down and deduce anything from this statement, but in my personal opinion, their lack of faith in the online part of GTA and the fact that they've stated repeatedly that GTA Online is dropping revenue month over month and quarter over quarter means that there's probably not going to be anything from Rockstar to bring people back into the GTA Online ecosystem, or at least not that they're aware of. And I believe that if trailer 2 or a pre-order was to be announced, Take-Two would probably be aware of it. Now, originally I was about 80% sure we'd probably receive a trailer in December. I'm going to reassess that evaluation based on what we heard in the call and put that somewhere around about 50 to 40% that we'll get a trailer in December. But in terms of pre-orders by the end of January, I don't see that as a likely value proposition that we're going to be receiving in the next 3 months at least. So hopefully that summarizes the call in a short but effective manner. And of course, if you do have any questions about anything in the call, because I know there was a lot to go into, please make sure to ask those questions down below and I'll try and reply to as many as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.